You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
9 o'clock.
Factual, insightful, and credible. It's Nationwide News Now at 9.
Good morning, I'm Andrew Cannon. Coming up in the news at 9 for this Sunday morning, November 10, 2024, JPS declares that it has completed restoration of power to customers who were impacted by outages caused by Tropical Storm Rafael. A section of Spanish Town Road in Kingston is impassable following the impact of the recent weather condition. 3 men arrested and charged following the stealing of air conditioner units and fans from warehouse in Kingston. In news from the region, IMF wants the government of Trinidad and Tobago to end foreign exchange restrictions. On the international scene, Trump projected to win Arizona, completing clean sweep of swing states. While in sports, British cyclist Mark Cavendish wins final race of career. The details after this.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Jamaica Public Service, JPS, is declaring that it has now completed restoration of power to customers who were impacted by outages caused by Tropical Storm Rafael. According to JPS President and CEO Hugh Grant, all parishes were fully restored as at 3 p.m. Saturday, November 9, with only one business customer in Port Esquivel in St. Catherine still without service due to access challenges caused by swampy terrain. The company said it is working to relocate the line supplying this facility in order to restore service to the customer as soon as possible. Mr. Grant also said that the company was able to restore customers ahead of the tight timeline that they had set, and this was done without any safety incident. Meanwhile, the JPS president and CEO said that he was particularly encouraged by improvement in stakeholder engagement and outreach during the restoration process. JPS, he said, was able to work closely with the Ministry of Energy, the Office of Utilities Regulation OUR, various municipalities, members of parliament and other community representatives who were able to share information to help the company execute their restoration strategy safely and quickly. The police are appealing to the public to avoid using a section of Spanish Town Road, Kingston 11 in the vicinity of J. Ray and Nephew, which has become impassable. This is due to the heavy downpour that was caused by the recent inclement weather conditions. Where possible, motorists are being advised to use alternative routes. 3 men have been arrested and charged by the St. Andrews South Police with warehouse breaking and larceny and receiving stolen goods in relation to an incident in Gretna Green Avenue, Kingston 11, between Tuesday, October 29 and Wednesday, October 30. Charged are 21-year-old Jordan Salmon, 24-year-old Richard Grant, and 18-year-old Jordan Jarrett, all of Waltham Park Road, Kingston 11. According to reports from the Hunts Bay Police, about 4:30 p.m., the complainant securely locked his business on Tuesday, October 29. He returned about 9 a.m. the following morning and discovered that the storeroom had been broken into. The police were alerted to the scene. Checks revealed that 50 L air conditioner condenser units and 30 L air 18-inch fans were stolen. On Thursday, October 31, lawmen conducted an operation on Waltham Park Road in the parish where the men were seen transporting the stolen goods. Salmon, Grant and Jarrett were subsequently arrested and charged following a question and answer session in the presence of their attorney. Their court dates are being finalized. A 29-year-old farmer of Flamsell St. James, who was recently arrested and charged with wounding with intent, 2 counts of possession of prohibited weapon, using a firearm to commit a felony, and unauthorized possession of ammunition, is facing additional charges following an incident in Blackwood Pimento Hill, Germantown, St. James, on Sunday, October 9, 2022. Lico Maxwell is now being charged with 2 counts of murder and 4 counts of wounding with intent. Reports are that approximately 5 p.m. a group of men was sitting at a shop in the community of Backwood when armed men traveling in a motor car stopped and exited the vehicle. The men brandished firearms and opening gunfire at the crowd, injuring multiple persons before escaping in the area in the said motor car. The police were summoned and on arrival, several persons were seen with multiple gunshot wounds. They were taken to the hospital where Leslie was pronounced dead and the other men admitted in serious but stable condition. On Friday, November 8, the charges were laid against Maxwell as he awaits his court date for these charges. To news on from the region, The International Monetary Fund (IMF) said on Friday that Trinidad and Tobago's foreign exchange restrictions are not consistent with the fund's Articles of Agreement, and the Washington, D.C.-based lender of last resort is seeking to persuade the country to end the restrictions. The comment from the IMF, which was exclusive to the Guardian media in Trinidad, follows a period of heightened concern about foreign exchange supply constraints in TNT. In its comment, the IMF spokesperson noted that under Article 8, Section 2A of the fund's Articles of Agreement, no member of the fund shall, without the approval of the fund, impose restrictions on the making of payments and transfers for current international transactions, that is, exchange restrictions. The IMF noted Trinidad and Tobago's exchange restrictions are identified and assessed in Article 4 consultation staff reports. As detailed in TNT's 2024 Article 4 consultation staff report, TNT maintains an exchange restriction that was not approved by the fund, according to information annex of the report. While such exchange restrictions are inconsistent with the fund's articles, the fund has followed a cooperative approach, encouraging members to eliminate these measures, including through surveillance and technical assistance, said the IMF spokesperson. And now to news on the international scene. Donald Trump is projected to have won Arizona, meaning he has taken all 7 swing states in the U.S. presidential election. After 4 days of counting, Arizona was the final U.S. state to declare its result, giving Trump 312 electoral college votes at the end of the presidential election. Kamala Harris received 226. Earlier, the president-elect said he wouldn't rehire the former administration officials Nikki Haley and Mike Pompeo for his second White House term. There is still one branch of Congress to be decided, with Republicans currently leading the race to control the House of Representatives. Trump is due to meet outgoing President Joe Biden in the Oval Office on Wednesday, their first encounter since the election. Let's now turn to sports. Britain's Mark Cavendish, the most successful sprinter in cycling history, ended his career with victory in the Tour de France Criterium in Singapore. The 39-year-old from the Isle of Man, who said on Saturday that this would be his final race before retirement, triumphed in a sprint finish to end a 19-year career. Cavendish, riding for Astanza Kazakhstan, wore race number 35 to mark his record for stage wins in the Tour de France. He signed autographs and took selfies with fans before the race and received a Wheel of Honor. Other riders held their bikes up one wheel and spun the other on the start line of the race, made up of 25 laps of a 2.3 kilometers course. "I'm quite emotional," said Cavendish, who was close to tears after the race. "I realized in the last 5 laps, it was the last 15 kilometers of my career." And now to recap the top stories making the news at 9. JPS declares that it has completed the restoration of power to customers who were impacted by outages caused by Tropical Storm Rafael. A section of Spanish Town Road in Kingston is impassable following the impact of the recent weather condition. 3 men arrested and charged following the stealing of air conditioner units and fans from a warehouse in Kingston. Remember, you can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app available on Google Play and the App Store. News is next at midday, but coming up next is Urban Paradise with Diane Ashton Smith.
Undeniable that we